That's a good one right there now. Tell you what, you learn some things about your woman after 26 years. You learn how to compensate, to give. We work together. So anyway, we're going back to Texas one time on vacation. We rented this minivan, and she wanted to drive the first leg, so we drive through Callahan, Baldwin, get up there at I-10. She said, "Which way do I go, baby?" Well, go west. She said, "Why?" "Oh, well, okay. You're a lady after a while. We went for a while." So I said, "Well, we live on the East Coast, and everything's west of us." She said, "We're going to East Texas, ain't we?" Well, okay, yeah, we are. Hey, one thing you learn after 25 years, 26 years, that if you get a blowjob without begging, she done something wrong. Okay? She's trying to soften the blow for when you find out. I'm telling you, it's the truth. My wife one day come in from work and she's huffy puffy. She's like, I'm like, "What's wrong with you, baby? You all stressed out?" She's like, "What? I need some help around here. Want nobody to help me. Will you help me with the dog?" I said, "Whatever you want. What do you mean do with the dog?" She said, "Cut her toenails, her fingernails." And I said, "Her fingernails? You mean her toenails?" She said, "No, I've done those. You do the ones in the front." I'm like, "Well, okay, that's fine. You work with that, after 25 years. Her dad come in town and his new family without saying they were coming. I was thinking, what am I going to make with this little bit of hamburger? I made a whole skillet full of sandwich. Well, the next morning I got up and there was the spoon in the skillet in the refrigerator with about 2 spoonfuls. Why'd they leave this damn skillet with 2 spoonfuls? She said, "I know they ate it all. All I had was 2, and I didn't eat no bread." You can't get there from here. You know what I'm saying? You learn. When I first got with her, me and her dad watching the game. Wait for the Cowboys to come on, so we watch the other game. And her mom comes in, she says, "Who y'all watching? Steelers and the Cardinals?" "No, that's St. Louis and Carolina, but yeah, I see what you're saying." So about 10 minutes later, my wife comes in, she's like, "Y'all watching the Steelers and the Cardinals, huh?" "Okay, I see what you're STL, St. Louis and CAR Carolina, but that's okay." Yeah, you learn to deal with it. My son, this Christmas, he wanted to make him out a Santa Christmas list for Santa. He said, "Big Papa, give me a pen and paper." I said, "Hand it to him. Take me a drink." He said, "Here you go, I'm done." I said, "Well, you already done? What you got on it?" I look at it, it got one thing on it. It just said sugar. So what you want some sugar for, boy? He said, "Well, put it on you." What are you talking about? "That way you buy me everything that I want." What are you talking about, boy? You want to put the sugar on you and you can be a sugar daddy like Mama's got. That explains the reason blowjobs. But so one day she's going over to McClenny to the fireworks pit, Phantom Fireworks. She comes back and she's running out of, she's late all the time, stressed out. She gets there and I'm like, "What's wrong, baby?" She said, "I come back through Baldwin and there's a train stopped right on the tracks." "Ain't that where it's supposed to be?" If it's off the tracks, we'd have a problem. "No, you know what I mean." "Okay, well, after 25 years, you learned that on the tracks means right there on the road, on the tracks, right there on the road.
That part.
Anyway, I got a little questionnaire for everybody. If you don't know if you're a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent. So here you go. The situation is the lights are left on every night. There's you and 3 other people there. How do you handle the situation? A, you walk in and say, "Hey, well, what are you dumbasses turning the lights out tonight?" You're not turning the lights out, okay? Or do you do B? You walk up and say, "Hey, you grab one of them to the side and say, 'Hey, will you tell these other 2 dumbasses to turn the lights out? The lights aren't getting turned out.'" Or do you do C? You say, whose responsibility is it to turn the lights out? Who's the last one to leave last night? Should they be the one to turn? So if you answered A, you're a Republican. If you answered B, you're a Democrat. And if you answered C, you're an independent. But if you're like me, you just run them some bitches out there, turn the lights out, lock the door, and leave. Yeah, I don't like being like a Baptist or a Democrat, or I just like being a husband and a father. I don't take titles. But anyway, so one day me and my wife